I can sum up the show for you with one word. Nothing. Nothing? Nothing.
Everybody's doing something. We'll do nothing. I still don't know what the idea is.
This is the show, and we're not gonna change it.
All right, everybody. Welcome back to another episode of This is the Show. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Webb.
Casey McGowan. Happy Friday, folks. Welcome back. Episode 35.
Episode 35, for real. And he checked. I didn't check. This is episode 35.
Yeah, I definitely checked. It is 100%. Don't laugh. Don't laugh. I checked. I did. I was walking to go buy something before we got going, and I was like, you know what? Let me just get the number in my head now. That way, I'm prepped. I'm ready.
Prepped. I know we recorded last week's episode, but so much has happened. I feel like we haven't done this cast in like a month. I feel like
agree.
It feels like forever.
Yeah, and it was only a week ago.
Yeah, I was in Austin. I traveled. I had like a long layover again. You know, I can't stop getting laid over.
How long were you laid over for?
Well, so what happened is on my way home, we went from Austin to, originally we were supposed to go to, from Austin to Houston and then to Tucson. So it should have been pretty quick. The actual thing that happened was the day before we flew out of Austin, I get this notification from Southwest that says your flight may have been canceled. So I looked into that because that was pretty concerning. Yeah. The day before.
Oh, dude,
I was already checked in. I was in the B group.
The B group.
Like, that's good.
That's great. That's a great group. That's the second to be called, right?
Yeah.
Good group.
Great group. Other than people in, like kids, people that need assistance, and I think veterans or something. But
yeah.
I'm not a kid or a vet. I do need assistance, but not that type of assistance. So I get the notification from Southwest that says your flight may have been canceled. You need to call this number. I didn't call the number, but I did go into the app and it showed everything to me. The cat broke in. It showed everything to me. She can't stop breaking in here. And it said that I was now going to Vegas. So instead of So instead of going over, I lost $20 in the airport because I gambled.
Did you really?
I did.
Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's great. I was going to say, you never want to go to Vegas unplanned.
No.
When I
just like on a whim.
Well, when I picture like when you're not planning to go to Vegas and you go to Vegas, and what pops up in my head is like, you got the bag over your head and they duct tape an envelope over you, and you got taken to Vegas. You wake up in Vegas. You know what I mean?
You're 100% correct, because there's nothing. It's like going to Disney World when you were expecting to go to a spa. It's like just chaos. You're like, Vegas unexpected is truly a very like jarring experience, because everyone's drinking in the airport. They're smoking in the little rooms with the sliding glass doors. There's slot machines everywhere.
In the airport.
Oh, yeah.
Damn.
That's what I'm saying. That's how I lost $20. I walked up to a slot machine with a 20. I just went, hit that button 3 times, lost all 3 times. It was like an ATM that just took my money and then gave me a receipt back for 40 cents.
That's the worst.
I was like, okay.
Hey, what was the slot machine though? Was it like the classic, like, the pineapples, the 7s?
Yeah.
The cards. Okay.
It was
like a fun one. It wasn't like, Legos, they have those.
No, but I know what you're talking about, because they have like the Wheel of Fortune machine, and then they have like bro, you know what I saw?
What?
I'm not kidding. I saw
oh boy, I can't wait for this.
I don't know why this is just so ridiculous to me. I saw it's probably not even that funny. I saw
Come on, Alex.
I'm sorry. I saw a Crazy Rich Asian slot machine
Wait a second. For a second there, thank God you said slot machine because I thought you were just gonna be like, I saw a crazy rich Asian in the airport.
You would have never believed
man.
it.
No, that's
it was a
crazy.
slot machine, and it was gigantic. It
Based
was
on the movie?
huge. No, the book.
Well, it is a book.
Is it?
It is. It is a book.
No, it's based on the movie. It had all the actors on the screen, but it was
man.
like it was like a it was like a three-dimensional surface. Like here's the the slot machine, but then the characters were like hanging off of it. They were like it was like a whole thing. But
That's
I was walking
hilarious.
past it, and I couldn't believe it. I don't know what could have spawned that conversation where like a slot machine company was like, you know what IP we should go out and get? Crazy rich Asians. It's like picking up like it'd be like seeing an enemy slot machine. Just spiders coming off the thing.
There's a slot machine for everybody's favorite movie. Although Crazy Rich Asian was a hit. It was a big hit. People like that movie.
I mean, sure, but it's not like there's like a King Kong slot machine, It's not
true.
like
it would be funny if there was.
Yeah. I mean, maybe there is. I don't know. I'm not like a slot machine expert, but
Damn, I didn't know you went to Vegas. I didn't even know that. You're right. We haven't done this in a while.
I know. It
You were in
feels like an
Vegas.
eternity.
Yeah, you were in Vegas for 20 minutes. Fuck, that's crazy. How was Austin otherwise? You had fun?
Oh, Austin was very cool, actually. I was I had heard mixed reviews just from people that lived there. They're like, it's pretty cool. But then other people were like, it's an amazing place. And for whatever reason, to me, in my mind, whenever I think of Austin, Texas, I just think of like a destination that contestants from The Bachelor or The Bachelorette go to as like a special episode, like we're going to Austin. And and it was kind of like that, but in like a really cool way. Like everyone was just having a great time. It's like a very kind of like adult friendly city. There's a lot of live music, of course, a lot of drinking, tons of food.
Yeah. There's big
Great.
hats, 10-gallon
huge
hats.
hats.
I'd like a 5-gallon hat. Give me the mid hat. I don't need the full 10. Give me the 5.
Nah, yeah. 5 max. But yeah, Austin was cool. So
yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Well, we got emails.
We do have emails. You want and for the record, if you would like to be one of these emails, you can reach out to us at thisistheshow69@gmail.com. So
That's
be
right.
like these listeners, write on in, give us your complaints. What are you going through in life? Well, it doesn't matter at this point. We had like the 3-topic challenge. You can do that, or you could just tell us how much your life sucks. Like we'll talk about it. So
yeah, of course. Everybody's life sucks.
That's true.
But we got 2 today, folks. 2 emails.
Wild. So, the first email we're going to knock out here, it's from listener Claudio. And this email, Big C. And this email comes from a conversation that him and I had, because when I was in Austin, I actually, I stayed with Claudio. Shelby and I both did. We stayed with him and his gal. And I'm just going to read the email and then I'll contextualize. Maybe that'll be the easiest way to do this here. But Claudio writes, he says, "Hey, y'all, loving the show so far. I was curious to hear y'all's thoughts on Venmo's instant transfer feature. Specifically, would love to hear Casey's thoughts first. Thanks as always." So you just go ahead and run with that question of what your opinion on the Venmo instant transfer is, and then we can kind of take it from there.
So before we even get into that, what I like about this email, because I saw this email, you ever get the text in the friend group where it's clearly like an argument has taken place? That something is happening.
It's a loaded question.
Because me and you had this the other day, it was like a month ago now, but I was traveling and I was texting you on the train and we were talking about what do we constitute as the holidays. Now, we don't need to rehash this issue on the podcast.
Because we already know the answer.
I was sending this version, like this email to my friends being like, hey guys, what's the holidays? And like, it's just whenever you get a specific question to a group text or to another person, you're like, this has already been discussed. You can see the remnants of an argument, which I love. So Claudio, 100%. Thanks for writing in. Instant transfer, I am not a fan because they take money from the transfer. And how about this? I'll say this. I thought about this, Claudio. Now, I don't know if this came up. I'll say my piece and then you can contextualize. But to me, Venmo sometimes is like sneaky faster than they say they are, because they'll be like 3 to 5 days to hit your bank account. I'll transfer. If you transfer in the morning, like say you Venmo me like at 10 this morning, like early in the morning, I get a Venmo for $5 for coffee. I transfer it right away. That next morning, that $5 is in my account. And it says 3 to 5 days, and they're faster than I feel like they give themselves credit for. Like Venmo, have a little self-confidence. Don't be putting out the 3 to 5 days. Sometimes you guys crush it. So I'm anti instant transfer because I'm like, you're not getting 5 cents of my $5 coffee that I bought my friend. You know what I mean? I'm anti instant transfer. I'm pro regular transfer. Patience, take your time, the whole thing. That's my thoughts, Claudio.
And I hear you.
Exactly my point. Here's the argument that clearly transpired.
First of all, you do whatever you want with your money. Okay, I'm not a money coach or whatever they call them, financial advisor, a money coach. I'm not a
bro. Let's be money coaches. Dude, we run a commercial that's like, are you sick of your financial advisor? Are you sick of the run-of-the-mill boring tax accountant? Well, we're here to bring you money coaches. And it has like, fire flames behind it and a picture of me and you with guns.
With guns.
Give us your money.
Fucking spending that money.
Stop spending that money or we'll kill you. Money coach. But anyways, you're not a money coach. And neither am I.
Yeah. So we're not money coaches here. This is the show. But all I'll say, and that's actually a great flag about it showing up in your bank account potentially earlier than, because it says up to 3 to 5 days. So they kind of give themselves, it could be there sooner, but at max, it'll be there 5 days, 5 business days.
You don't want to set that expectation. You're right. You got to say the up to. The up to is big.
Yeah. What's the saying? It's like, under promise, over deliver, right? Like that's, I think that's what they're going for.
That's like my whole life.
Well, like, no, I'm terrible. I'm actually pretty okay. And then they're like, holy shit.
They're like, this is unbelievable. We thought we wasn't going to do anything.
But to me, I'm like, okay, 25 cents. I'm walking past 25 cents on the street every day I go out. I see a quarter. I'm not picking that up. So it's really like, there's no money lost. There's just not really money earned. You know what I mean? So
you've changed, Alex. You've changed.
What do you mean I've changed?
What are you talking about? You're not picking up a quarter on the ground. If you're walking on the street, you see a quarter, 25 cents, 2.5. You're not picking that up?
I would, bro. In my homeless days, I wouldn't touch that quarter.
Dude, no way. No way. Everybody picks up a quarter. It's a quarter. You get 3 more. You get yourself a granola bar at a bodega. Big facts.
Granola bar?
Yeah, you get the Sunbelt ones. They're $1.
This
laundry money. The quarters for the laundry machine.
I gotta wash your. All right, listen.
You've changed. Exactly. I just proved it. You've changed. You own a laundry machine. That's a big change.
Oh my God, my fucking camera. Hold on.
You've changed. I'm telling you.
I've not changed. I'm not touching that crusty little quarter on the ground because I don't know. It's the same reason I'm not wearing shoes in the house, man. It's like you're tracking in all the outsideness. And I'm not an outside guy. Now I can imagine you picking up.
Here we go.
I can imagine you,
yeah,
Mr. Outside Guy, picking up a quarter. You love being out. So I'm sure you make $20 a day, doing your little walks, bro. So for you, that's an economic difference because you are out a lot.
Now let me.
I am never out. I'm rarely out, and when I am out, and when I'm out, I'm not coming across a lot of quarters. But when I do, I'm not touching it.
That to me, can I throw something at you logistically? Now, I hate to do this because I don't want to. I'm not a guy that wants to further any germophobia or fear of dirt or grime. I get it.
You're gonna make it worse.
I might make it worse just for the sake of the argument, and I might make it worse because what you're saying about picking up the quarter is true. You don't know where that quarter's been. It could be in a fucking.
Inky.
It could be in somebody's butt right before they pooped it out on the street. You don't know.
That's a great point.
So that's a fair argument, and I agree with that. But what I'm going to throw at you is you don't know where, dude, money. This is not like this sounds like a metaphor. It's not. I'm not smart enough to make metaphors, but money is the grossest thing in the world. So all money is like you don't know where any money is going to be. So what's the difference? My question to you, Alex, is okay, you don't know where the quarter on the street's been. You don't know where the quarter that you're getting in change back from 7-Eleven buying a Snickers bar is from either. It's the same. It's the same.
You're not going to hear an argument from me, but just know this. I don't handle cash at all.
Ever?
No
cash.
I'm not a cash guy. I'm a card guy.
I'm a big card guy. Don't get me wrong, but you gotta have some cash. What did you put into the slot machine, Mister No Cash?
I had a 20 on me. But
sorry, that was like a Kramer.
Yeah. I had officer. I had a 120 on me. It was a 20. I don't know where it came from. It wasn't mine.
Yeah.
I did have a 20 on me.
Okay.
Because historically, what you also need to know is while I'm not a cash guy, not having money on my person in situations where cash is the only currency accepted and there's not a card option, that's never a pinch I want to be in. So I'll normally keep roughly $50 to like $80 in cash just in my wallet at any given moment in case in case the situation shows up. Like if I get a layover in Vegas and I need to lose $20.
I was gonna say, those emergency situations where you get a layover in Las Vegas and you gotta play the Crazy Rich Asian slot machine. Those emergencies. Yeah, man.
Exactly.
Some might say I had an emergency problem last winter, given how much poker I was playing.
Right. And the boys, the impromptu poker hang and you need that cash. So but those are fringe situations. In general, I'm not a cash guy. And to answer the original question of what's the difference?
Yeah.
The difference is the value. If I see a $20 bill on the ground, I'm going to grab it.
Yeah.
But the quarter is not the same as the 20.
So let me ask you this. In that regard, for the safety of the germs, are you telling me when you get change at a coffee shop, when you buy cash for a Starbucks or whatever, and they give you a quarter and nickels back, you just take it and throw it in the trash? Is that what you're telling me?
I put it in the tip jar. That's their problem now.
Well, that's a good thing. You did spin it. You did. See, now you make me look like the bad guy. I like how you did that. That was smooth.
Well, it's not for them. I mean, the money is physically for them. I don't want the change because what's more of a problem. It's a little for them. I'm not. It's for them, but it's also for me because not only do I not want the germs rattling around, spreading, God knows what. Okay,
yeah.
COVID. Not only that, I don't like loose change is like having paper or receipts in your pocket. It's just obnoxious, rattling around. You're going to grab the keys from the pocket. You're like, oh wait, that's kind of the keys, but it's also kind of 50 other pieces of shit I got in my pocket. It's like, it's the whole thing. So ditch the change altogether.
Yeah. It's not that you're not a cash guy. You're not a change guy.
I no change.
No change.
No.
No change.
I'm anti-change.
So you're bringing this philosophy into internet money, basically.
Digital currency. Yeah.
Digital currency,
Yeah.
which that there's no germs involved. So why are you bailing on the money now?
Because it's not just
Bailing
the
on
germs,
street
it's
money.
the instant transfer. I'm paying for the feature.
But you're not, but yeah.
I'm getting it right then.
Do you need that money right then in that moment?
I might need it.
You don't need it.
I might.
You don't. Yeah. What if you get a layover in Atlantic City? I mean, golly, you never know what's gonna happen next time.
I'll go crazy. I'm supposed to get a $12 bagel sandwich.
Well, I think it's a difference of it's now or later. It's like the candy. It's a now and later. It's which one you want. For me, when it comes to digital money, I'm a later guy. I can be later. I'm okay. I'm not. And listen, if I had no money, then maybe I would do it. Like if I needed money to like eat a sandwich right away, then maybe I would do it. But I can wait. I can wait a little bit. Like I get it. That's a privileged position to come from. But just saying, I don't need that money right now. I can wait.
I hear you.
But the germs thing, that doesn't transfer over to the Venmo thing. I know you're anti-change, but like this is digital currency. So it's more of a, you just want it now.
I do. Yeah.
KG Wentworth, I need cash now.
Cash now, baby.
Yeah, that's you.
877 cash now.
877 cash now. Alex is, which by the way, call him. Give him a call.
What do they do?
I can only surmise that they get you cash now. What else would they do? That's the only thing I can think of. It's in the name, Alex.
It's so true. What was I thinking? I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. Do you need cash now? Call them. That's what they do. They're in the cash now business.
I tell you, I think I'm going to hang up the podcast and call that number. I could use some cash now.
I might too. Only if they have an instant transfer feature, though.
Yeah, if you got to wait 3 days, you're out. You're like, I thought this KG Wentworth 877 cash now, not 877 cash up to 3 to 5 days. Like, what the hell is this?
That's like your one a day tweet.
Yeah, the multivitamins where it's called one a day, but they tell you to take 2. Been living a lie this whole time.
I do have to ask, because while we're talking about I
hit my head on the microphone for the folks listening. Not watching.
Yeah, I think it peaked. It didn't pick it up, but I will say. So, were those gummies? Because I've got the pills, and that's a one a day.
These are the gummies.
Well, so that might be the problem. I got the pill, the one that you swallow.
Yeah.
That's one a day.
Really?
So it's one a day if it's a pill, 2 a day if it's the gummy.
Well, let me ask you this. Why aren't you getting the gummies? You got to go gummies. It's fun. It's like a little candy to start your day.
I don't really have a reason. They taste good.
They do taste good. They taste a little too good.
I've got B12 in the gummy, but I've never eaten them. I bought them and I was like, I'm going to start taking B12.
What is B12?
Never took them. Couldn't tell you. I think it's energy related. It's like, are you feeling sad? Take a B12.
Well, you know what? Vitamin water, which is not good for you.
Terrible.
they would sell it as like, it's got B12 in it. And then like, we all grew up and we realized that B12 was just sugar or whatever.
Yeah, B12, but I mean, B12 is a real thing.
Yeah.
But I couldn't tell you what it did. I'm pretty sure it's like an energy supplement, because like a lot of energy drinks will also have B12 in there.
Well, here's what I want to know. Is there B1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11? Is there that many vitamin
How did we
Bs?
get to 12? I bet there is, bro, because there's all sorts of shit we don't know about with vitamins.
I'm looking it up right now.
Look up B5.
Vitamin. All right, vitamin. We're not going to get to that second email. Vitamin B.
We'll get to
now.
it. Emily, we're going to get to you.
Vitamin B5. Oh, yeah, there is a vitamin B5. It's pantothenic.
You got it.
Pantothenic?
Don't look at me.
Pantheonic?
I can't see that.
Yeah. It's Pantothenic. How do you think you say that? Pantheonic?
I think so. It's kind of like a smooth H.
Yeah, smooth H. So it's pantheonic acid, also called vitamin B5, is a water-soluble B vitamin and therefore an essential nutrient. Damn, it's essential.
Fuck.
It's like fucking
Bro, we gotta
delivery
load up
drivers
on
during the
B5.
pandemic. It's crazy. So all animals require pantheonic acid in order to synthesize coenzyme A, essential for fatty acid metabolism, as well as to, in general, synthesize and metabolize protein, carbohydrates, and fats. So it's basically like a water thing that helps you break down the stuff we eat. That sounds right.
Sounds important.
Yeah, dude. Now I want to know what B6 is. If that's B5, you can only imagine what B6 is.
They're just getting crazier.
Okay, so vitamin B6 doesn't have a crazy name already, so maybe it's a letdown. Vitamin B6 is one of the B vitamins and thus an essential nutrient.
Maybe they all do the same thing and it's like a branch, but the same tree.
Vitamin B6 is called pyroxidine, is important for normal brain development and keeping the nervous system and immune system healthy. Bro, B vitamins are big. These
B vitamins, fuck.
These are important vitamins. Dude,
yeah, get your B vitamins, folks.
I gotta do B7, and then we'll move on.
Okay, do B7, and then also look at your one-a-days since you got them a foot and a half away from you.
Oh yeah, and see if it's got all the B's.
See if you got all the B's.
Honestly, first of all, I am gonna look up B7, but we also gotta look up B12. Why would we not look that? We didn't even do that one. We went to 5.
True. We just started in the middle.
So B7 is called biotin. That's a cool name.
Oh, that's for your hair and like nails and shit.
Biotin, also called B7, is one of the B vitamins. It is involved with a wide range of metabolic processes, both in humans and other organisms, primarily related to the utilization of fats, carbohydrates, and amino acid. So not hair, but
yeah, bro. Look up biotin.
Biotin doesn't say anything about hair.
Dude, it's good for
right.
your hair.
Biotin is good for healthy hair, skin, and nails. Damn, bro. You do know your B vitamins.
Dude, that's what I'm saying, dog.
All right, so let me get this. I can't believe this is a podcast. I can't believe it. It blows me away every time we do it every week.
It's phenomenal.
So B12, this is where we'll end. B12, we're not going to read all the vitamins. That would be insane.
Nobody wants that.
I mean, I kind of want it a little
bit.
We
want it.
I mean,
I want it.
This is the most exciting thing I've ever read in my life. Are you kidding me? So,
bro, are we science guys?
Dude, we're science.
Holy shit.
This is like medical science. This is like, we're like,
as opposed.
Dude, we're doctors. Fuck it. Let's just
holy shit.
Doctors,
dude, with as much time as you and I spent on WebMD, we are doctors.
Yeah, dude. I deserve an honorary degree from some fucking medical school, I'll tell you. Or at least a nursing degree, something.
Hunter College, bro. Pop on over. Grab that.
Hunter College of knowledge. Let's go Hawks.
Wow. You had that just queued up, ready to go.
It's because my friend Frank went there and he always says that. So
oh, yeah, there you go.
All right. So vitamin B12 is called cabalamanin. Let me try that again.
That can't be it.
You can probably see that.
Nope.
All right. Cobalamin. Cobalamin. Can't be right. That can't be right.
I hope it's not right. No, I hope it's right, but I also hope it's not right.
Cobalamin. So cobalamin, also known as vitamin B12, is a water-soluble vitamin involved in the metabolism. It is one of the 8 B vitamins. One of the 8?
What the fuck?
What are you talking about? What do you mean one of the 8? I thought there was 12. What are you talking about? What? Vitamin B12. Ah, yes, one of the famous 8 B vitamins. What happened to the other 4?
Did we start at the second vitamin technically? Did we just read?
Well, I was going to say, what if we looked at vitamins B1 through 4? They just, nothing popped up on Google.
Dude.
It just says error. All right. So
Holy shit.
So it's one of the 8 B vitamins, apparently. It is a cofactor
Apparently.
in DNA synthesis in both fatty acid and amino acids. So what is it good for? Helps your
Absolutely nothing.
Yeah, there you go. Helps your body's blood and nerve cells healthy and help make DNA. So it makes blood.
Which gives you energy.
I think so. Is blood energy?
We can't do this right now.
I don't know.
Bro, look at your one a days. Bro, you can't Google his blood energy.
No, I'm not looking that up. Dude, I'm not going to. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist, but so all the other vitamins, when I searched vitamin B12, what popped up was an immediate, like, this is what it is in the name. You know what I mean? When I typed in vitamin B4, the first thing that popped up was like vitamins on sale. I don't know if vitamin B4 is a thing, bro. I think it's fake. I think they lied to us about all these vitamins. Anyways, what do you want me to do with the one?
You got to go to you got to go to the one a days and see how many of the B vitamins are in there.
Dude, you're not going to believe this.
What do you got? What do you see?
I only have vitamin B6 and B12. I don't have all those other Bs.
They seemed important.
They seem really important, honestly. The one about the hair and the 12 is the blood.
12 is the blood and 6 is the hair.
So I got the hair and the blood, but I don't have those other ones. The one that's helping my water help break down protein. I feel like I could use that.
Yeah, what the fuck? But you got magnesium in there?
I got no magnesium.
You've got no magnesium in the one a days?
This is what I got. I got A, vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B6. I got something called folate. I don't know what that is. Vitamin B12. Oh no, I got biotin. Biotin's like called what it is. You don't say
Nice.
B whatever. Yeah, no magnesium, bro.
Crazy.
That is crazy. I gotta get those pills. Whatever you got, I gotta get.
Well, I've got, although I do have magnesium as well, but magnesium's good for like brain and like sleep and shit, you know?
Well, what's that one? What's the sleep one? I have them.
Melatonin?
Oh no, that's not it. Yeah, melatonin. There you go. Dude, make this the thumbnail. Me holding up melatonin.
It will be, don't worry.
So anyways.
Well, anyways, fucking rabbit
Venmo
hole into
instant
vitamins.
Transfer, not for me.
He's out on instant transfer. All right,
Yeah.
Casey, you want to get old email number 2 here?
Yeah, we got a second email here, folks. This comes from a listener, Emily. Emily writes, well, the inbox or the inbox, the subject line is Q for the cast, which I love. I love when people refer as it as the cast because that's what we say. Everybody says pod. We're a cast.
Yeah. No. This is we call it the cast.
Yeah. So that's great subject line starting out, listener Emily. So she says, "Hi, Alex and Casey. Hope you guys are doing well. I just recently started listening to you guys, and I can't tell you how hard it is to try and sit at my desk without laughing. It's proving to be difficult." Very sweet. Thank you, Emily.
Appreciate that.
I was wondering if you guys had any bad coworker stories. We just got a new person in the office today, and I can already tell she's a chronic interrupter and aggressive type A personality. Anyways, thanks for the great content. Keep it up. And then a sidebar here at the bottom, a little PS action. Also, Casey, I eat Snickers the same exact way you do. You're not alone, my guy. All the best, Emily. Thank you for writing in, Emily. Thank you for the very kind email. Also, thank you for making me not feel so alone. I love that. I love that somebody else is eating Snickers like me. It's a great way. It's the way you savor the nougat. It's amazing. Love it.
Yeah, you gotta savor the nougat.
You gotta savor the nougat. That's the catchphrase of the show. Savor the nougat. But I want to say this. First of all, that was an amazing email. Thanks for writing in. Anybody else?
Thanks so much.
This is the show, 69@gmail.com. We'd love to hear from you. I got to ask you this, Alex. I don't know what type A means. I don't know what a type A personality means.
That's fair.
She said an aggressive type A. So I don't know if what is type A? Can you tell me what type A is?
I can. Yeah. Type A personality is like very like organized, structured, very kind of like almost sometimes can be perceived as like rigid, normally very intense. It's like those people who are like very just like all about their work, very, kind of like, here's how it is. Yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, if that's type A, I think I'm type Z.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. That doesn't sound like me.
No. You and I, nobody that knows us either personally or professionally would classify us as type A. Yeah, which is fine, but it's very kind of like just like needs to know all the information, asks, when the call's wrapping up, the work call's wrapping up, and then you got people who ask like 3 or 4 follow-up questions when everybody else on the call knows like that it's time to get off the call 10 minutes early, but they're like, we blocked 30. We're going to get to 30 by asking these additional questions. Type A normally, or people who are lost, which is also okay.
I'm not into that. That's not, at least in relation to work. Now I got to ask this, is there a type B?
Yeah. That's like that's like more like you're like, yeah, it's, it's similar, but not totally the same as, maybe like introverted and extroverted, right? So like people who are extroverted sometimes can be more type A, although not necessarily always. I'm using blanket statements here, but
sure.
But yeah,
but I was gonna say this. There's type A and type B. I gotta tell you, I'm a type B12 personality.
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
there
we brought it back to the vitamins.
We brought it back. It was all planned.
It
wasn't. No way. I had no idea I was gonna read off those vitamins. But anyways, I'm a type B12, which just means I'm good for your blood.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah.
What's Casey's personality? Well, he's got really thick blood.
Very thick blood, which is what you want these days.
Yeah. Well.
No, you don't want that. You don't want thin blood either.
No, you want a healthy medium on blood.
You just want.
We can't talk about blood. We can't.
So
talk about blood.
Yeah. So I have a great bad coworker story. So Casey and I actually met at work, and he was the worst coworker I've ever had. So that's my no. I just kidding. No,
it just ends. The outro music doesn't.
It's like that.
Executive producer.
Yeah. No. So. Well, I mean, when this question first came up, the first person, we're not going to name names here.
Names.
No, I'm not. No, we're not. We can't name names.
All right.
But what I will say is that when Casey and I first started, working together, there was a person. Did he start at the same time we did?
Yeah, he was part of our training group.
Yeah. He was like in the same circle. So yeah, he started and. So when did we start working at Apple? It was like 2014.
It was December 2014, but we didn't get going until January 2015.
Right. Okay. So Joe Rogan was not as big.
So here's the thing, Emily. Joe Rogan.
So Joe Rogan was not like as big or like a household name the way that he is probably, more so today.
Yeah, with all that anti-vaccine. Uh-oh. He froze. Oh, no. Alex froze. Are you back?
What?
I lost you
I think
for
the
a
internet
second.
went out.
Are you there?
I got the audio, but the videos? No. Okay, all right, we're back. Yeah, we're back. Can you see me?
I can see you.
All right. Are you sure?
Yeah. You're a little slow.
Right.
You're coming in and out.
Well, I was watching you while I was talking, and you had this like gaze for like 20 seconds, and I was like, "Did I say something wrong?" Because he's not blinking. I was like, "Is he safe right now?"
Is he safe? Oh man.
So, anyways, we had a coworker who was, let's just say, all about his health and agility.
He loved agility. Big agility guy.
Big agility guy to the point where we would be taking 15-minute breaks, going up to the break room, having a drink of water. And he would be sitting there. I'm not going to get up and gesture because I'm wearing extremely short shorts and it will just be too much for everybody.
Sure.
But he would do these like stretch lunges in the break room, like these like very like aggressive just lunges, taking up a lot of real estate for someone the size of this guy. Very small guy, very big lunges. And then he would sit there and like cue up the Joe Rogan cast on the headphones and sit there. And I'm not kidding. He would get into this stance against the back so straight. You've never seen a straighter back than this. Right up against the marble wall. And just get taken over by the power of JRE. Yeah, it was magnificent. So that was my first kind of, taste. Casey, you worked with the guy as well. Why don't, feel free to.
Well, I want to talk about like in general, and he fits into this. I don't like, everybody knows how I feel about work. Nobody likes to work. Work's hard.
No,
Work's
bro.
not your family. Work's not your friends, unless you're me and Alex who meet it up when you become best friends for life. But
True.
In general, I'm a little standoffish when it comes to like when I'm at work, I keep it close to the vest. I'll say anything on the cast. I'll tell you my social security number. I don't care.
He will email in.
But yeah, email if you want it. I'll send it to you privately. I'll DM it to you. This is the show 69@gmail.com. But like at work, I'm like the opposite. I'm not like rude, but I, in a meeting when everybody's like, what everybody get up to this weekend? I'm the guy that doesn't say anything. I wait for somebody else to say it, and I'm like, oh, it's crazy. Love it. You know what I mean? Or like when I worked in an office, I was like that. I wasn't like a happy hour guy. Not that guy. But people...
Which is okay.
Yes, it is okay. But people like to connect at work, because you're spending all this time with these people. But you know what this guy had that I didn't like, and that I've had other coworkers like this, like really specific coworkers like this that I also won't name, although I kind of want to. It'd be funny. But I don't like when people force a connection just because we work together. You know what I mean? And that guy at Apple was always like, because I did comedy. I was doing comedy when I moved to New York. And he was like, Casey, you do comedy? Do you like Joe Rogan? And I was like, no. And he was like, dude, you got to listen to his podcast. I'm a huge fan of his podcast. And every time I saw him, I gave him like it's cool. I'll check it out. Thanks. I was like that. But every time I saw him, he would come up and be like, man, did you listen to last week's episode? I'm like, we did this. We did this. It's not happening. I didn't give it back to you. You got to... When somebody serves you the like, let's connect,
the
volley, you got to hit it back. Otherwise, take it as a signal of like, we're not going to be work friends.
It's not happening. I mean? Yeah.
So I had another job. I worked in an office at this one place for 3.5 years, and there was people that would get hired and people would leave sometimes. And all those people would come in. If you work at a place long enough, you realize like, every person that comes in you don't have to be like best friends with. You can be nice and be like, hey, welcome to the company. Let me know if you have any questions. Be happy to help you. Love you. Yeah, whatever. You can do that. But you don't need to be like, hey, did you watch The Bachelor last night? It's like, I'm not talking to you about The Bachelor. You know what I mean? I got people I can talk to The Bachelor about. We're doing work stuff.
Yeah. We're here for a common goal. And good.
Well, there was this one person that I worked with at that company that when I first started there was like always when I would come in on Monday, and like, I get it. It's a courtesy of like, what'd you get into this weekend? How was like, I'm not a what'd you get into this weekend. I'm a how was your weekend guy.
Nice.
How was your weekend is clean. It was good. And then that's
good.
That's the end of it. You know what I mean? But this person would be like, what'd you get into this weekend? And I was like, oh, nothing. Just kind of took it easy. Just lying, not telling the truth about what I actually did.
You're like, I was in the ER because my pulse rate was crazy.
Exactly. So I'm just like, whatever. Nothing. I watched, TV, whatever.
Yeah.
And so this person, though, would use that. And I don't know if you've ever had a coworker like this, Alex. You ever have somebody that asks you a question just so they can set themselves up for them to start telling you what they want to talk about?
Yes.
And you become like a listen machine. That's what this person was, where they'd be like, what'd you get into this week? I was like, I watched TV, nothing really. And then I wouldn't even really, I'd kind of
like,
give
what about you?
Yeah, I'd give like a half-hearted, like, what'd you do? Like, you're not really trying to do it. And then
you? It's like,
here's the thing. I did this. I did this. What do you think about this? Do you like this? I did this thing. You ever been in that restaurant? And I'm like, oh, it's the worst. It's my least favorite thing. It's my least favorite thing. And I've had a couple coworkers like that. I hate it.
It's not great.
It's just, it feels a little, you know what work is good? You know what connecting over work is to me? Is complaining about work at work via Slack
Yes.
or talking to the person in the break room.
Yeah.
That's what work connection should be.
And so nobody's forced a connection harder than myself to Casey. Truly. And we've told this story, but just the quick recap, if you're not going to go back and listen to episode 9 or whatever the hell that was when we talked about that, Casey and we met through work, and he was like, oh, I do comedy here. And I was like, oh, where? And he's like, oh, I'm doing the open mic, wherever. I go to the open mic with Shelby, my girlfriend at the time, now my wife. We go see him do maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. It was so fast. And we were the only people there to see him. And
yeah, because it's an open mic.
Because it's an open mic. So it's just people performing and then getting the fuck out of there. And then there's people drinking at the bar. It's two separate environments that are meshed. And I go like an absolute crazy person. I'm like, oh, I'm going to go watch the stand-up. And then you did your 2 minute. And I think that was the first time you had ever done an open mic, right? Was that the first time?
No.
That was the first time. No, it was the first time. And so... And so
I was brand new. I had just started. I had just moved to the city. So yes, it was
the first time he'd ever held a mic. And I was there for it. And then he sees me. I'm at the bar. I'm drinking the ice was fresh in the glass. The bartender had not even stopped pouring the alcohol into the glass. And I say, hey, and then he goes and then just walks right past me and goes out. So I'm going to shame here people that are that force connections, but I just want to know, the listeners need to know that nobody's forced a connection harder than myself. So I have the right to judge others is what I'm saying.
Well, here's the thing. Me and you had an established connection that we were already getting along at that point. We
had connected over Buffalo Plaid and Every Time I Die. And I think that was pretty much
but that's the thing is we had connected about music and our general sense of person. That we were like, okay, me and this guy can be friends at work, but it was the first initiation of outside of work. I'm talking about a person that I'm not connecting with at all. That's forcing it at work, which you never did because we already hit it off.
Yeah, we did. We did the icebreaker, and we were like, oh, I listen to hardcore music, and you're like, oh, I listen to hard, and I was like. I knew he listened. I said that as a plant. I said that on purpose because I would never, to vet you, because I would never just say that in a conversation. Sure. I would be like, I'm so scared that I live here and I want to go home. That's what I would lead with normally. But I was like, I got to see if this guy's cool, you know, because he's wearing the Buffalo Plaid. He's got the little skinny black jeans on, and you're over 6 foot, which, as people know, I'm not friends with people who are under 6 foot. So just as a general rule.
We're a couple of tall guys wearing plaid shirts. We're like, I think we could be friends. But that's what I'm saying is that you did that, and we had already connected, and we had been talking at that point. We would see each other and be like, "Yo, what's up?" We were like friends at work. So you initiated the outside work hang, which is a whole other bag. That's a whole other ball of wax. So I think
for sure
that is more okay if you're connected as friends, actually. Sure. Even though I wasn't prepared for it, but I'm a scared guy. I was like, this guy's going to murder me. I didn't know what was
like, are you going to follow me home?
Yeah. And so that was that. But to me, it's like, I love talking about, because I actually thought about this. If you have a coworker that is trying to talk to you all the time, and maybe you're focused on work, maybe you're just not vibing with that person, I figured out a way that you can get them off your back, which is, now this is going to sound risky, but depends. It depends how serious the situation is. Write in if you have a pesky coworker that's trying to force a connection that you don't like. You could say something in work world off color about something that they enjoy to sabotage it. Does that make sense?
Sure.
So safe things. I'm not saying you're going to end up in the HR department. I'm talking about like, say a person's like, I love Christmas. I love it. It's my favorite thing in the world. And you don't like this coworker. You should be like, you know what? I'm not into Christmas. Like you got to start saying stuff to be like, I'm not like you. Like it would be the opposite.
Yeah.
It'd be like if I was like, I don't like hardcore music, or it's like things like that. Put things out there that you just come across as a bummer. And they'll be like, okay, that guy stinks. Can't talk to him or her, you know?
Yeah, that's a great call. And you brought up so funny. I actually, Christmas not for me. But then you got to maintain that lie. And if you secretly love Christmas, guess what? Not where you work. You don't love it. You step foot in that office, Christmas not for you. Yeah. Take the hat off, take the little wreath off your desk, okay? Your little ornament, the cute little jolly Santa on the desk, that's gone.
Color over with a Sharpie the design on the Christmas cup that you get at Starbucks. Sharpie over it because you're not a Christmas guy at work.
Publicly announce that anyone who calls out on January 2nd is an asshole. Okay. Just really just shame the whole set of the holidays. But you brought up a good point about how to truly connect with somebody at work, which is not dig for surface level conversations like, what'd you do this weekend? Did you watch the new trending Netflix show? Right. Okay. Right. Oh yeah. Did you watch Squid Game? No. Start bitching about work with people that you want to connect with.
Yes.
That's be like, can you believe how bullshit X, Y, or Z is?
Yes.
Because while people generally rally their interests to one another, the true bonding mechanism of people to one another is hatred.
Yeah.
And we see that throughout history. What's the age-old saying? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. We both hate this guy so much, we're going to link up.
Yeah, dude. That's how you make it happen. If you're looking for that, exactly. If you're looking for the connection, just be like, can you believe the shipping didn't go out last week? And they'd be like, I know, it's the worst. And you'd
so
be
unorganized.
Like, what'd you do this weekend? And all of a sudden they're like, you know what I did? I fucking hated this job. And you're like, me too. Yeah. Like you start, then you're best bros or best buds.
We give a lot of advice that is generally either I'm just saying it to be funny or is like tongue in cheek where I'm kind of serious, kind of not. This is grade A serious advice from me.
Is good advice.
This is good. This is a good car idea, and I stand by. It is. I think this is good because, I will say that the team I work on now, 90% of them I love talking to, and then the other 10% I can at least tolerate and we can connect. Yada yada. Mm-hmm. The handful of people that I've really kind of taken and I've been like, you're a homie and I love you, the handful of them, the bonding mechanism between all of us has been how irritating work is.
Yes.
Because even if you love your job, you'd rather be somewhere else. And don't tell me you wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, of course. The thing about work, no matter, even if it's your dream job, there is always a part of our brain that's like, you don't want to be doing this. You know what I mean? Dude, or there's something stressful about it or something that sucks about it. Because even your dream job still has something that sucks a little bit about it. That's the beautiful thing about life, is that no matter what you're doing, there's always one little thing that might suck. And that's what me and Alex are great at pointing out.
Yeah. So. It's true. I mean, yeah. Because here's the thing. I mean, because dream jobs, what I've learned growing up, if you're in high school right now and you happen to be listening to this, your experience is your own. I'm speaking about my experience.
Yes.
Dream jobs are a lie. Just generally. I'm saying generally because what you think a dream job is you enter a place and you are in a flow state for 8 to 9 hours a day, and then you go home.
Yeah.
Is that not what most people think a dream job is when you're younger?
Yeah.
And then you grow up and realize that actually even your dream job, you could love to do it. It's just problems stacked upon problems that you have to wiggle your way through, navigate, and hopefully try to unlock. And maybe you get 30 minutes of flow state in that 8-hour day where you're
True.
in the pocket crushing,
Yeah. I sent you that interview with Paul Thomas Anderson. He's doing my dream job. He's writing and directing movies. And his final quote about it, he was like, they're like, do you think like you have a lot more wisdom about it? And he was like, I mean, I'm older, but like every day you show up to a film set is still a whole new bag of problems that you need to figure out. You feel like a fucking amateur and a phony. And I was like, so even that level of a dream job still has it. So you can love what you can do, but there's still things that sucks, like Alex said. So if you want to connect with someone at work, bring up those things.
Try that instead.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, because what did Emily call out as a couple of things that were irritating? Chronic interrupter, brutal. You got to let people finish. Don't take our example because listen. I've been roasted. I've been roasted for interrupting Casey in YouTube comments, which I apologize for. But this is the show, first of all. But in a work environment, that's a big no-no. We can all agree on that. Let people finish, especially in like the world of Zoom calls where like nobody's really sure when to talk. You got to wait for the period.
Which you got to live in that uncomfortable silence on a Zoom call. If you're in an office and somebody's talking, it's a lot more obvious. It's like, you don't have to interrupt. You can let them relax. Interrupting stinks. It's the worst.
100%.
I mean, I've never been interrupted in my life because I'm always talking over people, but I could imagine. No, I'm just kidding. I can imagine how hard it is to deal with.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think in general, also a type A coworker to me always feels like the boss. That just feels like that boss job, which, sometimes I feel bad for the boss. They got to be the one that's always telling you what to do and asking the questions when there's 30 minutes of the meeting left, when you could have got out early. There is always that person, but it makes you wonder, what made you that way?
Yeah.
How'd you end up like this?
Yeah. I mean, I get it if like you're not getting a lot of engagement and like you're trying to solve a big problem. And so you need people to like get into it. Like I've come across moments like that where like you're on a call with like 6 other people and there's something really urgent or like big that's going on. And you're like, hi, we kind of need to like get the ball rolling here. If you just want to start like talking, so it's like you need someone to initiate that. And I'll step up to the plate in those moments. But like by default, that's not me. I'm kind of like, I'm more, where I really thrive, especially in the office environment, because it's a lot harder to do it during Zoom universe. But, is Zoomiverse. They're really missing out on a big opportunity. Maybe that's like when they get into like the metaverse, that's like, yeah. Think. The best photo of you still holding it, Yeah. Anyway, so what was I saying?
Oh, I shouldn't have interrupted. I interrupted with the Zoomiverse. Fuck. You were saying it's harder in the Zoom than it is in the office.
What I'll normally do in the office is I kind of like listen to people. Like I'm an observer I'm a big read the room guy, like what's the energy like? And then I kind of like finesse my way in there rather than here's me and I'll change for you. I'll change who I am based on who you are. Because
same.
and not in like a toxic way, but in more of like if you're a really loud person, I will not be a loud person because you can't have 2 loud people and otherwise the whole world explodes.
Yeah.
Likewise,
yeah.
You can't have 2 quiet people on the same call because you never get anything done. So you gotta find the balance. So whatever you are, I'll kind of like try to match that energy, but not match it 1-to-1, but just match it based on like what you need,
Yeah, this is what we talked about last week, the yin and the yang.
Yeah, because we're people pleasers.
The stoicism. We're stoics.
Yeah.
I kind of look like a stoic with this sweater on. Huh?
You do, bro. You look like you're about to crack a little egg of knowledge on top of my dome.
Well, I also kind of look like the dude from the Big
It's a huge Big Lebowski sweater.
I look like I'm about to be like, hey man,
Yeah.
give me a, what
Pull
does
up
he
a little
drink?
White Russian.
That's what it was. I was looking for it. I was like, what does he drink? I couldn't pull it. Also, by the way, folks, write in. This is the show 69 at gmail.com. I got a new chair. Huh? What do you think about this?
He's on a chair that has a back that doesn't stop below his like spine or like
In
your
the middle of my back.
yeah, in the middle of your spine. Because I mean, and maybe, I know we're almost at the hour here, but I will just say an office chair can change your daily life. A proper office chair.
It already has, man. And
You
I'll
feel
tell
more
you,
comfortable?
I feel more comfortable, but I noticed this on the cast. I'm leaning back more than I used to. So I'm trying to actively like sit forward because I get too comfortable. I'm like,
yeah, you look like you're about to take a nap.
I was gonna say, I'm like, what are you talking about? Oh, that's cool. You like the shadows over my eyes? Like, it's like, what? Sit forward. It's a podcast. It's a show.
No. It's good. No. It's good. I like it.
I love the chair. I built it myself. How about that? Did I tell you that? Did I tell you I built this chair?
Well, you assembled it.
Yeah. I didn't. I wasn't welding. But assembling's big. A lot of people don't assemble. I assemble.
Yeah. No one's shopped at IKEA before.
Did you assemble that chair?
Yes.
All right.
You think they're just shipping this and they're like, here's your fucking chair, bitch.
It would be nice.
That would be nice. But I'd be worried about the wheels rolling on the gravel.
Yeah, stuff with the wheels. The wheels was the easiest part to assemble this chair.
They just pop right on. Isn't that something?
They pop right in. It's pretty good. I got to get a rug for it though, because I'll sit forward, and then if I kind of, I kind of just naturally,
you start rolling.
So I live with this dog, and the dog that is, I can't say it's my dog because it's my roommate's, but it's basically my dog too. But the dog that lives in my house, we have wood floors, and he's got like really furry paws, like super furry. So when he sits on all fours, like when he sits up, because there's no rugs in my apartment, his back just slowly, and he'll look at you and he'll be like, he'll give you this face of like, can you help? What's going on here? Hold on. Oh, then he comes back up.
He's like, yeah, it's the strangest thing, but I seem to be moving.
It's like his dog brain doesn't get it. He's like, why are my paws slipping? Why am I losing my balance? What's happening? So
I'm waiting for like a day when you're on a work call and you just like slowly start to just like slide more and more until you just like completely go out of the image altogether.
So like I was saying about the reports that we were just saying last week, it's like, where's he going? Going? He's getting pulled. He's got an exorcist in his house. Exorcist? No, poltergeist. There you go.
Poltergeist. Yeah.
I got it. Are we at the hour already?
That was the fastest hour of my life. But you know what?
God.
We did both emails.
We did it. That was good. That was pretty
against
good.
all efforts of derailing. We did it.
I mean, we went on that vitamin tangent. I was like, this is no good.
Like, I don't know if we're going to come back from this.
But I'll tell you this. I have more coworker stories. I wrote 2 down that were like specific, but maybe I can save
you got it. No. Hit him. No, bro. A little over the hour. Get him going.
Well, let me just say one. I'll do one. All
right, do
specific one. This is from when I was a kid. So you never. This is gonna be fun.
A deep cut.
So my first job at North Cove Outfitters, famously fired from for creating a Facebook group in 2007 when they didn't even have Facebook groups, making fun of the company. Hero, legend.
Absolute legend.
It's the only time in my life I'll refer to myself as the king is for that story because it's so insanely stupid that I'm proud of it.
It's amazing.
So anyways, when I worked at the store at North Cove Outfitters, I worked with this person. Let's call him Roger. Okay. It's not his name.
Okay.
We'll call him coworker Roger.
Yeah.
So coworker Roger. So in North Cove Outfitters, they had an upstairs section and they had a downstairs section where it was like a camping and hunting, and it was like an outdoor store, right?
Mm-hmm.
Local outdoor store.
Of course you worked there.
In my hometown in Old Saybrook, Connecticut. So first job ever. I was like 15 or 16, first job. So I worked upstairs, but they had a downstairs where they sold all these kayaks, right? They had kayaks down there. So that's where Roger works. So him and I did not interact ever, right? But I want to talk about how one time I was sent out to get coffee for all of the people. All right. This is my worst coworker story I have because it really haunts me to this day. I can't believe that this happened because I'm 16. You got to keep that in mind.
Yeah.
So, and I'm making like super minimum wage because this is like 2007 minimum wage.
Yeah.
So it's like $5 an hour. It's crazy.
Wild.
So I had like no money. You know how it is. Your first job, like all that money, like whatever. And I just started working there, but I'm working at night and it's after school. I would come in after school when I wasn't playing basketball. I'm working and I get sent out to get coffee for the guys in the hunting area where those guys work. And they know it's on like in Main Street. It's on Main Street in downtown Old Saybrook. And there's a Dunkin' that's like on Main Street. So I could walk there to get it and come back to work. So I get sent out by those two guys to get coffee. And Roger downstairs in the kayak, he's not involved in this. This wasn't like an agreed upon thing.
Right.
Like that it's for these two guys and whatever. And he hears that coffee's being got. Okay. He screams up from the kayak section and goes, "Hey, Casey, I heard you're going out to get an order at Dunkin'." And I'm like, "Oh, all right." So I go downstairs and I go, "What do you want?" And he goes, "Get me a medium black coffee, an egg and cheese sandwich on a bagel, and like an apple crumb donut." Like he gets a full meal. He gets a beverage, food, and dessert. He gets everything.
What the hell?
Now here's the thing. The two guys upstairs in the hunting area, they had already given me cash to buy their stuff. Roger is like, "Let me know how much it is. I'll get it to you afterwards." Okay. Now this is like a grown man, and I'm like 16 years old. This guy's probably in his 30s at the time.
Sure.
So I go out to Dunkin'. I buy all the stuff. I don't have enough money for Roger's stuff from the guys because they just gave me enough for coffee.
Sure.
So I had to spend my own money to buy Roger's stuff. I come back. I have the receipt. I save the receipt. I bring it down to Roger and I'm like, "Hey, here's how much it is." And he was like, "Oh, it's great. You know what? I don't have any cash on me." We're coming back to cash. He's not a cash guy. Like
he's not a cash guy either.
He goes, "I'll get it to you like when we work together next." Never saw that money.
Wow.
Got robbed by a coworker.
You bought a grown man breakfast at 16.
I bought a grown man breakfast at 16 with the no money that I had. So, dude, it was like $6 for all of
that's
his
a lot
stuff.
of money. That's an hour. It's like an hour plus worth of work.
That's what I'm saying. And like to me, you know, when you're 15 or 16, $6 is like $600 for us now. Like it's so much money. And so I was like, dude, to this day, I've never forgiven that man because I'm like, how would you let a 16-year-old buy a 35-year-old his breakfast and not give him money? Also, he went out and got it for you. Like, it's not like we went together or I hopped out of the car to pick it up. He sent me on an errand and then didn't pay for his own food.
He was like, "Hey, can you go out and buy me food with your money and I'll just sit here?"
Dude, he got free dinner and free delivery on the house. Insane,
that's wild.
Right? Insane, right?
I'd kill for that. Honestly, at 30, I get it. I'm with Roger.
I mean, I also kind of get it because it is funny. It is pretty funny to send a 16-year-old,
bro.
Like, I'll pay you later, and then never pay. I think it's. I mean, I honestly, you're right. I respect the guy, but I tell you, to this day, but to, like as a kid, I was like,
I was like, F that guy.
But because here's the thing, Alex, I was like, it was my first job. I was like, is this what work is? Like, I didn't know that was like a thing. So my next job, I thought somebody was going to be like, "Hey, Casey, go out and send me out and buy me lunch." I was going to be like, "Never again, bro. You get your own goddamn lunch."
You'd be like, "All right, pay me."
To this day, I never pick up anybody lunch at an office. I'll tell you, that was the end of that.
Wow.
Yeah.
He just like, he straight up used and abused that. He was like, "Oh, you're popping out. Why don't you pick me up one of everything?"
Never.
You got one of everything that Dunkin' offers. You got a breakfast sandwich, you got a donut, and you got and And he got a beverage.
Yeah, he got a coffee. He literally got a fucking amazing breakfast. I would have killed for it. I'm also watching him eat downstairs, licking my lips. I'm starving. You know, I got a peanut butter and jelly in a brown paper bag in the break room waiting for me. I'm like, golly, I would kill for that.
That's so.
He's slobbering all over the kayaks, telling me to clean it up. It was insane. Oh, the worst. Never forgive that guy.
No.
So, anyways, I had that one written down because
that's so good. Honestly, I'm so glad I'm so glad we covered that. That was so great.
Because I always think about that. Always think about that. I'm like, how do you make a 60? I can't get into it. I couldn't do that now. I couldn't send you out to go buy me something and then not pay you for it. That just
I've never sent anybody out for anything in my life.
I know. I'm a big walk guy. I'm an out guy. I'll go get it.
You love going out.
I'm an out guy. I'll go get it.
Which is probably why you went out to go pick up everybody's coffee.
Exactly. I was an out guy back then.
The only thing I'll say about being the person that goes to pick up the coffee, you know what that gets you during the middle of the workday?
A break. That
gets you a guaranteed 30 minutes out of whatever you're doing.
Yeah. Not standing around folding t-shirts or whatever.
So, you essentially paid $7 to be free for 30 minutes.
That's true. Cause I enjoyed that walk. It was a nice fall
of
night
course.
out. It was cool.
Oh yeah. And I know you were strolling, there was no pep in that step.
No, I'm borderline. What's less than walking?
What? Crawling, but I don't think that's it.
No, that can't be right. We're running out of steam, folks. We're running out of steam. We're at the hour. We're running out of steam. Anyway, should we wrap up? Is that it?
Yeah. Go ahead. Plug them up, baby.
All right. We'll plug it real quick. So, folks, follow the lead of listener Claudio and listener Emily. Thanks for writing in again, guys. We love you.
Awesome. Great emails.
Love you. Great emails. Great topics. Love it. If you want to be like them, email thisistheshow69@gmail.com. We want to hear from you. If you enjoyed this week's episode, if you want to hear something on a future episode, or if you just want my social security number, I'll give it to you. I don't care. I got nothing, He
doesn't care.
The sweater's the only thing I got. So write in thisistheshow69@gmail.com. Follow us on TikTok. This is the show podcast, which we got some followers now. I'm trying to post more clips. We'll have some clips up this week for this episode. Follow us there. Give us a like. Give us a comment. Speaking of that, subscribe to the YouTube channel, folks. You got to watch the show. We're showing vitamins.
You got to subscribe.
We're holding up things. We're doing physical bits with me with the chair. It's the whole thing. You got to subscribe to the YouTube. This is the show podcast on YouTube. Subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. We love you. It's great. This is the show podcast on Instagram. This is the show 69 on Twitter. Alex usually runs that one. I usually run the Instagram. We got good stuff going. Follow us on all that stuff. You can follow me at Casey McGowan with 2 N's, but you don't have to.
But you should
follow you, Alex.
You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Alaska, AALASKAA. I'm on there talking about esports, promoting this podcast, talking about video games, just whatever pops in. But yeah, with that, episode 35 on the books. Again, thanks so much, everybody that emailed in. Thanks for listening. We love doing this podcast for you every week, hanging out with you, getting the weekend started. I'm one of your hosts, Alex Webb.
Casey McGowan.
And we'll see you later. We love you.
We love you.
Noise.